Now, the hit BBC series Jackanory brought classic fairy tales and fables to life for generations of children and drew in a host of famous faces. Now, to mark 60 years since it first graced our screens, Tim Muffet has been delving into the archive and has spoken to some of the show's best-known storytellers.
Jackanory, 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 Jackanory.
This is the story of a 6-week experiment that became a television phenomenon.
Jackanory.
December the 13th, 1965, and the first ever Jackanory is broadcast.
Hello. Every day this week, I'm going to tell you a different story.
Actor Lee Montague read the English fairy tale, Cap of Rushes.
There was once a very rich gentleman, and he lived in a castle with a lot of fine lands.
Jackanory said so much to children. It said, we care about you. It said, this world of stories is your patrimony. It belongs to you.
Stories have shaped the life of Frank Cottrell Boyce. Screenwriter and novelist, he's also the current Children's Laureate, the official champion for children's literature.
This is one of the illustrations from the Jackanory episodes of Stig of the Dump.
On his way, he caught sight of a pile of old tins his grandmother had left out for the dustbin men, and he put them in the cart too. The cart was quite awkward to manoeuvre.
Frank's also a Jackanory superfan.
It is one of my proudest possessions.
And we've come to Liverpool Central Library to discuss its impact.
My cultural life was completely shaped by Jackanory.
What on earth's that, he asked. What, said John. That, said Peter.
The idea that there was a grown-up just sitting there, kind of looking into the camera, you know, and telling you a story, it felt really intimate.
She insisted on all the cupboards being tidy inside, and she even had her shoes polished on the soles, which was rather awkward sometimes.
Was that simplicity key to its success?
That's a really important part of it. The fact that it was scheduled, the fact that it was so evenly paced, so still, I think they're qualities that children need and they don't get now.
Jackanory's success meant its initial 6-week run was extended indefinitely.
1, 2, 3, go, whispered William.
By the 1970s, viewing figures were huge. The cream of British acting talent were heading to BBC Television Centre to read a Jackanory story, including in 1978, Dame Judi Dench.
Mrs. Blewett said the place seemed very poky. Ben just had to say something. I like it, he said. I like the house.
And Sir Ian McKellen.
By the time Reuben and Tarlevi managed to slip away from the king, the crowd outside was beginning to thin.
Storytellers didn't have to learn the lines. They were read from a teleprompter.
Mr. Bucket was the only person in the family with a job.
So, presumably, it always went smoothly.
Screwing the little caps onto the tops of the toothpaste.
Plot twist.
It was a complete nightmare. I thought it was the worst thing I'd ever done in my life.
And then, by only nibbling a bit at a time, Charlie would make his 6-penny bar of chocolate last him for more than a month.
The camera had lights all the way around it, bright, bright lights shining in your eyes.
Only 4 tickets left, said Grandpa George. I wonder who'll get those.
It was so hard. I ran out of the studio afterwards and screamed, "Ah!" because it was the pressure was enormous.
Many will know Sylvester McCoy best for his portrayal of the Doctor in Doctor Who.
It's your birthday next week.
This is the first time he's seen his appearance on Jackanory since it was broadcast in 1991.
It's amazing.
What's it like watching that back?
Still remembering how extraordinarily difficult it was to do, I look so relaxed.
Although they were pretending to be very calm.
Maybe I put too much pressure on myself when I was doing it.
With audiences dwindling, after more than 30 years, Jackanory was axed in 1996. The final story, The House at Pooh Corner, was read by playwright Alan Bennett.
That's funny, said Pooh. I dropped it on the other side, and it came out on this side. I wonder if it would do it again.
Goodbye.
The story of Jackanory.
Goodbye.
Sometimes funny.
Goodbye.
Sometimes sad.
Goodbye.
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 But treasured by so many.
Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
Tim Muffet, BBC News.
And it's almost time for me to say goodbye as well.